Hello again, everybody. Last week we shot a video and told you I was going to go pick up a typewriter. You're looking at it right now. This is actually a pretty unusual typewriter. This is a Woodstock Signature. It was made for about 7 months, only in 1949. They introduced it in May, and then January of the next year, 1950, R.C. Allen took over, and the machine became the R.C. Allen. Sometimes seen as the R.C. Allen Woodstock. This is the only Woodstock that's brown. The only machine of the whole line that's brown. This is a pretty interesting typewriter. If you see right there, it says Signature by Woodstock. So that the Woodstock name is almost...
It's not on a paper table.
Yeah, it's not on a paper table. It's very small. This typewriter has an exceedingly peculiar feature with it.
They got a couple of peculiar features.
That's true.
Yeah.
With it came this. Let's see if we can get there. This little laminated card.
Woodstock Certificate of Merit.
That's right. Entitled the user to all courtesies and considerations of the Woodstock Typewriter dealers in the furtherance of their business career. And look at the date, 12/7/49 there. So we know this is got to be one of the last Woodstock typewriters ever sold. Because December 49 is the end. But
either way you look at it, it's uncommon.
Yeah, the advertising for this thing said, this is a typewriter that sells itself because it's personalized. And I had a heck of a time figuring out what that meant until I did a little investigation with the typewriter. Now, if you look at this card, maybe you flip that card over. So Lillian, I'll think, and there's a signature. You know, she signed it on this side, but that looks like a facsimile reproduction signature. So finally, we figured out what that actually does. So maybe Dave can demonstrate for us how where this actually goes. Yeah, there is actually a dedicated slot and spring holder and clip back there. Yeah, so that every time you sit down at your Woodstock Signature typewriter, you see your name.
That would have made me want it right there.
Yeah, now if that isn't cool, I don't know what is.
There's nothing else like that anywhere else.
No, I've certainly never seen anything like that. I've seen people paint their names on their typewriters. I've seen them scratch their names into the paint.
I've seen property of such and such railway company.
Yep.
Or
yep.
Postal, like Herman, the postal cast into the frame, but hence the Woodstock Signature.
That's right. That's right. So that moves this machine from unusual and hard to find to ultra cool.
Pretty cool, yep. But it's got some features that make it.
Yeah, these are peculiar to Woodstocks.
Exceedingly useful machine.
Let's look at the carriage features real quick. So if I return the carriage and just return it, you see that's the Wonder Window, by the way. It's a celluloid window I can see margin stop pointers at. The margin stops are actually set by tilting that, and then I have 2 little spring clips.
But you can see right through the front here.
Yeah, so Dave's returned it to the margin stop, and it stops there. Now, if we go to the middle again and use the carriage release and return it, it bypasses the margin.
It goes right by the margin.
And so does it on the other side. It just bypasses it because Woodstock figures if you're moving the carriage by hand, you know where you want it.
You're going past it, and you can see, watch the margin release.
Yeah, you see.
Watch it trip, and then release.
Yep, there you go.
The bell, and it goes right past it.
Now, some people have wondered why Woodstock used to say line lock release on what normally be a margin release key. So, Dave, go ahead and just type to the margin. Yeah, it's a little sticky, so actually a little cold. And it stops, and you got to use margin release to get past it. Now, if you return past the margin, however, yeah, it'll just stop. Return past the margin, and now use the space bar it keeps going. That's why it's called line lock. The only thing it locks is a line of type. It doesn't lock you when you space or from spacing the carriage. And it doesn't lock you when you use the carriage release levers. It only locks you when you're typing. Yep. Now, if you're spacing along, let's say you're filling in a form for whatever reason, you're filling in a form and you're spacing along and you get right to that spot where, let's see, okay, yeah, I need to type in here. It will actually be locked in that range. You will need to hit the margin release to actually be able to type while it's in that 4-space lockout range. But the point is, it's designed with the idea that the user knows what he or she's doing.
Right, the typist knows darn well they're getting past the margin. So if they're putting it out here, they know why they're doing it beyond the margins.
Yep.
So it doesn't stop you. And I mean,
right.
You know, I think a couple of those features might be handy.
Yep.
You know, for doing a lot of work on a typewriter, those might be good.
Yeah, and that's one reason I think why these stuck around. They had a following and they kept selling. So anyway, we're gonna put some pictures of this on the website. We do have a big long Woodstock and R.C. Allen photo montage in the works to show you where this fits in and what all the other models are and so forth. But we're going to put this video and just some photos of this machine up first on the blog. And you should see that shortly. I'll talk to you again soon.